The remarks collectively painted a picture of Europe standing at a crossroads. On one hand, the continent is expanding its diplomatic and economic ties beyond its immediate region, reaching out to Africa, Latin America, and Asia-Pacific nations to forge a broader peace and open trade agenda. On the other, it is grappling with very immediate security challenges posed by Russia's ongoing war in Ukraine, covert maritime operations, hybrid threats such as drones, and the spectre of escalating confrontation. Throughout the conversation, the leader insisted that Europe's response must be collective and coordinated. Security, trade, and diplomacy were framed as parts of a single strategy: resilience through unity. The reference to the European political community, an initiative that brings together both EU members and non-EU neighbours like the UK and Turkey, suggested that the continent's leaders are seeking formats that transcend old institutional boundaries. The idea is to knit together a broad coalition that can address everything from borderless crime to conventional military threats. While his words were at times emphatic, especially in condemning the shadow fleet that he said helps finance Russia's war, the overall tone was one of measured determination rather than alarmism. He repeatedly urged caution, underscoring that Europe must avoid unnecessary escalations, even as it fortifies its defences. His acknowledgement that we are tested hinted at the psychological and political pressure facing European governments as they manage both the war on their doorstep and the hybrid tactics that often operate below the threshold of open conflict. The mention of providing air defence equipment to Denmark during the summit also conveyed a tangible demonstration of solidarity, reinforcing that European cooperation is not merely rhetorical but involves concrete military support where needed. By the close of the exchange, the message that emerged was consistent: cooperation within Europe, across alliances like NATO, and with partners in other continents is the only viable path forward. The leaders' decision to highlight the link between open trade and security signalled a recognition that Europe's strength lies not just in its armed forces, but in its economic partnerships and political unity. The call to sanction and monitor the shadow fleet illustrated how economic measures and security imperatives intersect in modern geopolitics.